Morning, guys. So today is October 29th. It is Sunday. I'm doing this reading at the hour of the sun. So the way the planetary hours work is you start the day off with the energy of the day. All right. So where the hour of the sun starts today is currently at this hour. Okay. So yesterday was Saturn's day. Yesterday's time, for planetary hour would have started at Saturn's time. All right. It doesn't follow through at midnight because it's officially the following day. No, it goes through a series of hours due to the Chaldean order of planets. All right. We just experienced the full moon in Taurus. All right, that had a lot to do with the energy being in the completion of where that solar eclipse happened back in May of 2023 in Scorpio's energy. So Scorpio's energy has a lot to do with other people's finances, and Taurus has to do with you making, saving, and how you spend your own money, right? Because we just had an eclipse 2 weeks ago in Libra, all right, and now one in Taurus, it has a lot to do with Venus's energy pertaining to not only just money, finances, possessions, but relationships, partnerships, and contracts as well. All right. This full moon eclipse has a lot to do with things coming to, again, completion. All right. So if there's issues in relationships pertaining to money, there's going to be conclusions. Okay. Scorpio's energy rules over not just other people's finances, but it has to do with credit cards and loans and things like that. So if you've fallen back with payments, things can be repossessed at this time. All right. We all know what's being expected here. So yeah, full moon in Taurus's energy. Taurus isn't a sign that is very fast moving. It requires lots of patience. All right. Especially because the energy is coming into culmination. All right. It's a time of release. It is a time to really focus in on the emotional state as well, being that it's a full moon. Okay, and the moon has a lot to do with your feelings, your emotions. All right. Let's see here. So there's a few dates that I wanted to talk about. All right, and that has a lot to do with the moon phases that we've been experiencing. So the new moon solar eclipse that happened in Libra. All right. The sun was in Libra and the new moon eclipse was in Libra. So this is the energy of a conjunction. This is about things coming into unity, things coming into balance. All right. October 21st, we experienced the first quarter moon in Capricorn, where the sun was in Libra, squaring over to the moon in Capricorn could have created some sort of tension within relationships pertaining to I'm getting the energy of like career, okay? Probably in the workplace. All right. Now here we are at the sun opposing the energy of the full moon, sun in Scorpio, full moon in Taurus has a lot to do again with the energies of both of these houses. Has a lot to do with self-esteem, confidence, all right? But not only that, it's all about really tuning into the emotion of your deep emotional feelings and your fears as well. All right. November 5th, we're going to be seeing the sun in Scorpio squaring over to the last quarter moon in Leo. All right. The sun in Scorpio is a very passionate sign. Two fire energies here. Leo ruling over the energy of the sun, all right, is self-expression. All right. So this last quarter moon, again, is a time of release. So that way we can get ourselves ready for the new moon solar eclipse that's going to be happening in Scorpio on November 13th. Okay. Because Scorpio is all about you wanting to know about the mysteries in life, all right? You can have some sort of interest in life after death, all right? Again, this is a time of transformation. So wherever Scorpio's energy lies in your chart could be very significant for you. Seems to be very fixed energy, so lots of stubbornness around the transits that are happening right now. We have the Sun in Scorpio, Mercury is in Scorpio, we have Sirius that's in Scorpio, all right. Mars, the ruling planet of Scorpio, is in Scorpio, all right. So lots of energy pertaining to like this provocative, I'm getting like passionate, strong-willed, intense energy on the mysterious things in life, all right. It's a heavy transformative energy again. So anything that requires lots of like investigation, all right, things like that. Mercury being in Scorpio, again, Mercury requires detailed work, all right, organization. It requires patience is what it is. It's an earth sign, all right. So it's kind of giving me be careful with, again, the decisions that you've made. The new moon solar eclipse that happened in Libra was all about decisions, bringing things back into balance, again, when it came to relationships and partnerships. All right, so just be careful in the decisions that you move forward with, because, again, all of these eclipses tend to take place within the next 6 months. All right, guys, so I'm going to pull from the Zodiac Moon deck, see what comes out, what could be a focus here. All right, a lot pertaining to the energy of money right now, finances. All right, careful with like insurance policies and things like that with Scorpio's energy. Loans, credit cards. Right. So heavy on the Scorpio energy. All right, let's see. Sun in Sagittarius, adventure, stride out into new territory. All right, so right now, again, Sagittarius's energy here requires freedom, adventure. This is the following sign coming up after Scorpio season. All right, so I believe it hits in, let's see, November 23rd. All right, we are currently on the 29th of October. So getting ourselves ready for striving out and adventuring new things, all right? Striding out into new territory. And then I have the Sun in Leo here with a time of celebration and success and joy, all right? Again, 2 fire signs coming out here. Lots of very passionate energy. The Sun in Leo rules over the 5th house, speaks about things that are fun, adventurous as well, all right? It can feel almost like a hobby, right? Has a lot to do with children, whatever brings you happiness into your life. All right, Sagittarius is energy. This could be you learning a new language. All right, this could be you really tuning into the energy of your spirituality. This could be you know, changing your belief systems about something. But it is also about growth and expansion. All right, as you stride out into new things. All right, so this is all about really tuning into the energy of balance, all right, when it comes to, again, your confidence, your self-esteem, the decisions that you make, the relationships that you are around, the energy that you hold within your environment, and then really pushing forward into new times of adventurous success. All right, so here is the Higher Self Oracle deck. Go with the flow. And then I have anger. Yeah. So again, Scorpio's energy at this time is ruled by both Mars and Pluto. Mars is the planet that rules over Aries as well. We have the North Node in Aries at this time. All All right, so very powerful, like driven, ambitious, resilience, like assertive energies in the air. And if things aren't going your way, you could be kind of like in the energy of anger. All right. So under anger, I have nature. So maybe really tuning into the energy of nature when you feel these energies around you and kind of going really with the flow. All right. We are in a water sign, can be very mysterious, but very fluid and flowing at the same time. Okay. Let's see. It's Kipper's energy here. Let's come out. False person and mature woman. All right, so this is all about releasing the mask that you hold to other people. North Node energy in Aries is basically staying focusing on self, on your presence, on your body. It speaks about the mask that you wear out to the world, the first impression that you put out to the world. All right, so if you're wearing a mask of this false person, of not who you really are, it's all about you stepping into the energy of transformation so that you're able to mature. All right, that's kind of what I'm getting from those two cards. Right here I have the Shaman Stream Oracle deck. Stars in the sky with limitless possibilities, and the wailing tree with reconciliations. Alright, so number 51. This is all about you embracing opportunities. It says, when you look up into the velvety dark blanket of the night sky covering the vast expanse of space, can you count all the stars twinkling above? Can you imagine that you are only glimpsing at a teeny sliver of what is actually there? This is the domain of limitless possibility, of the never-ending sea of potential that you yourself are made of, and how now at your disposal. Your life right now is alive with possibility and needs your clear focus to home in on what avenue of exploration most calls to you. It's time to choose and not be distracted by the sheer magnitude of what may be. Be here now. Gather your thoughts and your most cherished dreams. Focus on the brightest star in the never-ending sky and take small steps, small movements toward calling this glittering potential into reality. If you can imagine this and hold that vision, you will summon all the celestial helpers and guides to aid you in bringing it into fruition. Keep your focus on the essence of potential rather than the form of it. The universe has its own ideas of how best to serve you and all of us at the same time. So trust this as fact rather than theory, and you ought not act surprised when your dreams come true, for they surely will, exactly how you need them to. All right, and then we have 59 with reconciliations. All right, so grief and mourning, a time of necessary losses. Says, when you encounter the wailing tree on your path, it's an invitation to stay a while and regroup, a place for you to rest and allow yourself to say goodbye to what no longer serves. You may have been overdoing things, working too hard, or putting too much effort into life with little reward. If you've been considering making a change, now is the time to do so. One important thing to consider before you make any changes is that you need to allow yourself to feel your disappointment, your loss, and mourn what was and what could not be. This is a way to honor your experience, to give yourself time to consider all the gifts in it, to put proper closure on it, to really know what you've learned as you walked away from it and into something new. Even in the perception of failure, there is much good to be discovered. However, skip the stages of loss doesn't get you to reconciliation any faster. In fact, you will discover that you will have to come back at some point. So do it all now. Look at the squarely and honestly and stay with your feelings. Life is not either or, it's both and this and that. So as you dive in and process this, allow it to become a temporary travel companion on your journey. The feelings that this will bring up to the surface will be challenging for sure, yet like all things, they will pass, and soon enough you will be more enriched by experience. So again, this has a lot to do with your growth and your expansion and needing to really walk away from things that no longer serve you. All right. And again, and I feel with false person come out, whatever you've been holding up this mask to the world of who people see you as and not who you really are, they're going to see the maturity in you as you really start moving forward from things that no longer serve you, releasing those relationships in your life that no longer serve you. All right, those jobs that no longer serve you, the people in your environment that don't serve you any purpose. All right, things like that. Walking away from toxic behaviors, from codependency, whether emotionally, financially, or just in your physical energy. It just overall gives, again, the energy of transformation, and that's what Scorpio is all about. Okay, it's investigating those things in your life that you don't feel passionate about. All right, and releasing. All right, and using that Mars energy to stay driven and focused on something that truly drives the ambition behind who you really are. All right, so stars in the sky. All right, stars in the sky and the wailing tree. The wailing tree gets me because it has like all that fire energy to it. It's almost like the Tower card, right? Breaking everything down, reconciling what you feel serves your purpose, and moving on from what doesn't. All right. There's a lady in the tree like screaming out, to be released, it looks like. Right? And then here, this card we have, it looks like divine ascension, right? Really tuning into the energy of the divine and the possibilities that are able to come through. All right. I'm actually going to put these two together up here. All right. So, I want to pull a moon card. This full moon in Taurus has left me really tired within the last 2 days. I'm an Aquarius, so it fell in my 4th house. All right. And it was all about like home and family, really tuning into inner self. I've been spending lots of time alone, but also around family. So it's giving me a chance to really feel the energy of groundedness. All right. Here I have the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Okay. Nothing really happening at this time in the sign of Gemini, but could be significant. All right, maybe you need to open up to communicating with others. And then I have the full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. So this is kind of giving me, all right, Gemini's energy rules over the 3rd house, right? Gemini talks about like your ideas, the way that you think, all right, the intelligence that you hold, things like that. All right, has a lot to do with technology, the media. All right, the 3rd house has a lot to do with like your local community, transportation. It has to do with communication. All right, overall. So your dreams need a practical plan with the full moon in Taurus. I just want to read that card out so I can get the general meaning of the energy here. The full moon in Taurus. All right, it says sometimes you need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical, and sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. This card suggests that this is where you are now. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw in what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, but you need to balance that with taking down to earth, or with taking down to earth steps towards your goals. All right. So this isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points about how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes, depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. So it says to write down 10 things you know are wonderful about you. All right. It says additional meanings for this card. Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Jealousy or envy create negativity and attract negativity. More exercise is called for. So that's for sure. I could definitely use a lot more exercise. I've just been eating, sitting down, and being lazy. So I can definitely be accountable for that. All right, it says the full moon in Taurus is a time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between being passionate and being overly intense. Scorpio's energy, right? It says money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw it. All right, so again, it has a lot to do with Venus's energy. It has a lot to do with your finances. All right, money pertaining to how you make, save, and spend. It has a lot to do with creativity as well, right? It's ruled by Venus. Venus is all about creativity. So I would say if you have a dream, all right, not to like kind of let it go, but really focus in on what you want to see within the next 6 months of this, this eclipse. All right. So let's see here. So with Gemini and Taurus's energy, all right, Taurus's rule over second house, Gemini third house. You could be doing something creative, all right, possibly doing some sort of public speaking, doing something like a podcast, doing YouTube videos as I'm doing at this time, all right, communicating something out to express your ideas maybe, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. What could be manifesting at this time? So far I have a sun in Leo, which is the energy of the fifth house. Again, speaks about your creativities as well. It speaks about the energy of what brings you joy and happiness. I have the sun in Sag, which is all about adventure, growth, and expansion. Speaks about, it's kind of giving me like, where do you want to prosper, right? And gain knowledge. And then the third house here with Gemini, the new moon in Gemini is giving, all right, communication is key. You need to open up. You need to speak up more, right? And then the full moon in Taurus, again, needing a practical plan for your dreams. All right, let's see. All right, first quarter moon in Leo. It says be humble. All right, so Leo is all about happiness, joy, contentment. It speaks about you being grateful for what you already have and being in the energy of humbleness. All right. I feel like you are being tested at this time. That's what the first quarter moon energy is all about. It's like the energy gaining momentum to see where you are at this time and just being truly grateful and humble for what you already have. All right. But still putting in the energy of the assertiveness that's required in order for you to really push forward to what your goals are and what's going to continue to make you happy. All right. It says first quarter moon in Pisces, so honoring your feelings, definitely. All right, so Pisces energy is heavy this year. We have Saturn there, which is causing the energy of like discipline and responsibility. All right. In your emotional state, especially because it's in a water sign. It has a lot to do with your feelings, right? What else do we have there? Neptune is still there. All right, and both of these planets at this time, Neptune and Pisces, Neptune and Saturn are both retrograde at this time. So there's a review here, definitely, with the energy of your feelings, all right? Your creativities, your imagination, things that seem to be an illusion versus reality, right? So this is all about working through your feelings, as well as I'm looking down at the bottom of the deck with the last quarter moon in Aries. Normally happens when the sun is in Cancer. All right, so working through those emotions, all right, being humble, accepting that you understand what's going to make you happy, staying committed to being grateful for what you already have, honoring your true feelings, and then working through those feelings as you move forward. All right. So it seems like you're definitely on some sort of journey here. All right. Everyone is. Everybody has their own path moving forward in life. So the Soul's Journeys card. Let's see what comes out. Oh, that was way too many. But I just seen Perseverance. Blame. I accept responsibility for my well-being. All right, so you can't blame anyone but yourself. Obviously, you know things in the choices that you make and the path you choose to go on. All right, so accept the responsibility for what it looks like at this time. And if you want to experience change, you know what it is that you have to do. And then courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. All right. So definitely can explain the energy of why the Sun in Leo came out. The Sun in Leo is all about being courageous, right? Accepting responsibility takes a lot of hard work because you have to kind of face your shadow self, right? The ego is what it is. But it's not always easy to do when you feel that not only are you trying to focus on self, but you may feel that you are being looked down on by others, if I can say that, you know. Maybe you're not on the path of someone else around you and they try to say, hey, like, you're nothing, or, you know, and this can create a lot of anger from within because only you know what your path looks like. Only you know the choices and the responsibilities that, you know, are yours. So it's all about kind of like gaining the courage to really push forward, all right, on the path that you choose to go on. And whatever that looks like for you, is all about just really going with the flow. All right, stay prayed up. All right, stay tuned into the energy of positivity. Don't allow negativity around you. All right, but obviously don't allow others to try to overpower you as well. All right, choosing your battles pretty much is what it's all about. All right. So I'm going to put these cards away. I want to pull some tarot. What could the energy be looking like, all right, with this full moon in Taurus at this time? Maybe some sort of past experiences, all right, that you may have dealt with that could be causing this anger that you feel inside, all right? Again, we have a lot of fire energy out here, although we're in Scorpio season, but it's giving me Mars energy, right? It's because you want to strive into different territories, all right? Make some changes here. Has a lot to do with you focusing in on self with the North Node in Aries. It's like how you face the world, right? How you want others to see you. And people may have a lot of opinion of who they think you are, and they truly don't know, right? So I'm going to be using my Modern Witch Tarot deck here. I believe that was the Three of Pentacles I just saw. Nope, the Hierophant. Taurus's energy. Alright. The Hierophant can speak about, you know, marriage, commitment. It can speak about tradition. It can speak about the teacher and the student type of aspect here. So you needing to learn some sort of lessons, all right, out of the situation, or teach somebody something. Could be both ways. Mercury and Aquarius just came out. It's all about moving forward and transitioning here. All right. Let's see what comes out. So the Nine of Swords speaks about being in the energy of worry, all right, anxiety, stress, not really knowing intellectually what the future looks like for you. Okay. It's a challenge here. The High Priestess. All right. The High Priestess can be very secretive. All right. The High Priestess can be very tuned into the energy of intuition. All right. I'm getting the emotional state could be very heightened at this time as well. All right. But the High Priestess is very, she's psychic, pretty much. She knows, all right, things that she knows. All right. And it's due to that inner gut feeling of which direction you should be going here. Okay. What's the goal? The Four of Wands. All right. So what I'm seeing overall right now is Gemini energy, Pisces energy, and now I have Aries energy here. All right. You have a cardinal energy here with a mutable energy here. All right. What I'm getting is if there's something that you want to be committed to, all right, allow yourself to be gentle and kind and bring that in. All right. And again, communication is key, is the energy we saw with the new moon in Gemini. This is Gemini's energy, but this is Mars and Gemini's energy. All right. So being overly dramatic, I'm kind of getting, when communicating, could be in the energy at this time. All right. But the challenge here is you knowing what's expected, pretty much. You knowing what that inner feeling is. If this has to do with, again, towards this energy pertaining to finances, you know what it is that you have to do. If it's pertaining to the energy of relationships, you know why you and this person are in this anxiety and worry and stressed energy here. But the overall goal is marriage and commitment and completion, right? Love. 11/11's portal could be very significant. It's coming up. Here we are on the 29th. So November, the month of 11th month, all right, on the 11th. 11/11. That's what I'm seeing here. All right. So maybe you needing to come back together with somebody, or, you know, completion of something. It's kind of what I'm getting. All right. What did the past look like? All right. So in the past, you could have been standing your ground on something here. All right. Maybe you based a decision on a specific project or something. All right. And you're standing your ground on that in the past. All right. That energy is Mars and Leo. All right. So heavy on the Mars at this time. The Four of Wands is Venus's energy in Aries. So this could be about you taking a risk about, you know, moving forward with something. All right. Could be pertaining to a project, to a relationship, something pertaining to Gemini's energy. All right. Communication. You need to open up and see something. All right. Because it's causing you some sort of worry, anxiety, stress. All right. You've been holding back for a while, though, with the Seven of Wands. And I feel like that's why you are now in this Nine of Swords. All right. So the World card. Yeah. And this is like the recent energy. So there was a completion to something. Something came full circle. All right. I was looking into the solar eclipse's dates. Let me see if I can find it again. really giving me the dates that I want. I know that back in April 20th of 2023, we experienced the eclipse in Aries, and then we experienced the eclipse in Scorpio on May 5th. All right, and then here we had the eclipse that happened. Oh, here they are. All right, so the eclipse that happened on October 14th, which was in Libra, and then we experienced Taurus's energy. So it was like Mars's energy opposing the energy of Venus. All right, which, as we're looking at it right now and the transits that we're in, we have the sun in Scorpio opposing the full moon in Taurus, whereas we had the sun in Aries at the time opposing the full moon in Libra, right? So things are switching now. It's kind of what I'm getting. Things are switching. All right. So something pertaining to, I'm getting the astrological wheel with the world card here, and I'm thinking of the energy, right, of today's energy, which is Taurus's energy being in the full moon. All right. We're seeing self and relationships. We're seeing our money opposing other people's money. All right. Things that are causing anxiety, stress, and worry, you knowing what it is that you have to do. The completion here is the energy of marriage, right? Working together, being committed to something. All right. But then in the past, there was like this struggle, this fight, this like, I'm standing my ground on what I believe, right? That's coming to an end now. All right. It's completed. And I feel that was the goal, was to complete and come back together, reconcile. But if the inner knowing, your gut feeling and saying, don't go back, this no longer serves you, we spoke about that, then move forward. And how are you going to do that? That's why this energy is here. All right. So let's see what the future holds. And again, the future only goes on the decisions that you make. All right. So if you choose to do nothing, you get nothing. If you choose to take action, then you reap the fruits of your labor. It's kind of what it is. All right, the Hermit card. All right, so this is you doing some sort of soul searching. Again, possibly needing to sit on the fact of, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm not sure really how I feel. I want to go within and really tune into that energy. All right. And again, this requires lots of patience. The Hermit is ruled by Virgo. All right. It is an earth sign. It requires lots of organization, meaning mental thinking. It requires you to be in the energy of meditation and solitude, really tuning into, can I do this alone? Right? Yeah, you can. It's very possible. All right. But here we have this stubborn energy with all the fixed signs. All right, especially the sun being in opposition to Taurus. It's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? All right. Now, let's see. What are you going to do? Take action. Knight of Swords. Because you know what it is that you have to do already. You know this. Knight of Swords is take fast action. Obviously, again, I just mentioned full moon in Taurus, not requiring for you to move forward in anything. All right, it's you really sitting in the energy, being patient, really planning for your future. All right, just really looking at the energy overall as, I can't move forward without having a detailed plan. All right. And communication is very significant here, as I have the Knight of Swords representing an air element. All right. Could be Gemini's energy, as that's the very first card that came out. All right. This is about you tackling everything that's happening at this time. All right. It could be very like assertive energy too, because it's very fast moving. But just be careful on things that you say at this time. All right, because the communication could be blurred and you say things that you really don't mean. All right. see here. What am I getting? It's kind of giving me overall, if you say nothing, then you get nothing. If you say nothing, you get nothing. What's the environment around you? Queen of Swords, you're cold as shit. You're like, I don't give a shit. I don't want to be bothered. Leave me the fuck alone. I am focused on what I'm doing. I don't care about love. I don't want to reconcile. I want to be alone. And that's why. That's why you're like this. But you know what? Allow yourself to feel that way. Because this is how you grow. This is how you expand. Allow yourself to feel that way. Maybe you do need to go through the hermit mode again. All right, maybe you do need to do a little bit more soul searching. You can't open yourself up to be sociable with people around you that you feel don't understand you. You can't. Again, people have opinions of you without even knowing who you truly are. And this could possibly even be making you mad, right? Or these are people around you coming for you. Knight of Swords energy, like, oh, this is the talking shit energy, the Knight of Swords. Right? You could be really cutting everyone off, Queen of Swords energy. All right, what is it that you fear then? What do you fear? I feel like you don't fear anything. You are just wanting to be balanced in your life. Healed. All right? And that requires patience. Could this be you really trying to move forward in a way where you're moving too fast and you're not allowing yourself to go through this energy and end these specific cycles that are meant to be ended? All right? You want to be committed so bad to something. Again, a partnership, a relationship, some sort of long-term, right? This could be the energy of family. But in the past, you were held back. Here, things have come full circle. Now you're focusing in on, oh, I want to go back in hermit mode. Something wasn't learned here. There was a lesson that was not learned here. I seen the Hierophant card earlier. Taurus's energy. All right. Maybe you need to learn a little bit more about yourself than to allow yourself around other people. The Tower, unexpected changes. The very last card that was supposed to come out for this spread. The Tower card. Down at the bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. All right, so have you been telling yourself lies or listening to other people telling you lies? That's what this is. Mental conflict is kind of like you believing stories on stories on stories, and it's like, when are things going to change, right? You want to experience a new journey, a new, an ending to something and the beginning of something else. All right. And that's what the energy of transformation is all about. It's all about death and rebirth, ending something and beginning something else. All right. So the Tower card speaks about, again, things that no longer serve you being like literally torn down from the environment around you. All right. I have Sagittarius's energy here, Scorpio's energy here. I have Saturn's energy here, Virgo's energy, and Pisces energy in the major arcanas. All right. I'm also seeing Leo, Aries, and Gemini. And Libra. All right. Libra with the Queen of Swords is given that solar eclipse that we just happened in Libra. It's kind of like, what no longer serves me is being chopped up out of my life. I'm done with it. No more lies. All right. No more talking shit about me. Let me be hermit mode, and I'm going to figure it out myself. It's kind of what I'm giving. But overall, you could be worried, right? You're not knowing where this is going to go. But the divine will never lead you astray. All right. So whatever this is that you have to go through, it's okay to feel that way. You can do it. I've seen 4444 on the clock. So your prayers are being heard. All right. the Lovers card. It's giving Gemini's energy. All right. Not only Gemini's energy, but this card technically can speak about the decisions that need to be made. This card can speak about pertaining to the energy of love. Maybe you do want love in your life. What's down at the bottom of the deck? Queen of Wands. All right. This is giving me more not about love, but about the decision that's needing to be made. All right. When it comes to you really stepping into your Queen of Wands energy. All right. The Queen of Wands for me is confidence. It's independence. It is assertiveness. It is creativity. It is pretty much looking good, doing what you're doing, all right? And knowing what you're doing is what it is. Six of Pentacles, the energy of the moon in Taurus, right? Ooh, this is giving me creativity is what this is. All right? Creativity is what it's given. But again, I like to use this example of the Six of Pentacles as if you're looking in the Chaldean order of planets, when it comes to the tarot cards, the Six of Pentacles represents the moon in Taurus, as the Six of Cups represents the sun in Scorpio. So this is the transit and the opposition here, all right? You may have this energy of needing balance in your life, right? You see she's holding two. It's all about giving and receiving. The Six of Cups speaks about happy memories, being nostalgic, all right? Someone from your past coming back in, all right? So maybe this is how you're going to create balance in your life, all right? It could be emotional versus the energy of practical, right? Money versus someone else's emotions. I'm not sure how that goes together, but that's kind of what I'm getting, all right? I want to clarify one thing. Why are you so cold with the Queen of Swords? Or why is the energy so cold? All right. I feel like it's been like this for a while, though. Because at this point, you're to the Nine of Swords. You're over it. You're like tired. You're stressed. It's causing you anxiety. You can't think straight, right? Because in the past, you have Seven of Wands. You're standing your ground. You don't want to be bothered. You're trying to hold your position on the decision that you've made. All right. Here you are, Queen of Swords. Leave me the fuck alone. But others are still like, I feel they chase you. This is other people's energy. How they see you is like they chase you. Maybe you may be like into a project where you are hermit mode. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want things around you that no longer serve you. Tower card. Unexpected changes for you and others around you. World card. Done. Saturn's energy. Over it. Ten of Cups. What you want is basically peace in your life. It's kind of what I'm getting. You want peace. You want happiness, joy, contentment in your life. You don't want the energy of stress, anxiety, and worry around you. All right? Oh my gosh. I just said Six of Pentacles oppose the energy of the Six of Cups. Right? Six of Cups, again, it could speak about happy memories. It could speak about being nostalgic. It can speak about being gifted something. All right? The Six of Cups is Scorpio's energy. Scorpio has a lot to do with inheritances. All right? I've seen the High Priestess here. Speaks about psychic abilities. It speaks about the maternal instincts, utilizing the energy of your intuition, right? Moving forward. All right? So maybe you've inherited this energy overall of being like, leave me alone. I'm focusing in on this. I'm not sure where this creative project is taking me, but this is the path that I chose to go on. And everybody's like, no. Why? Because you are transforming. That's why. And this seems like not only a tower to you, but a tower to others. Because they, you know, possibly want to be around you more. Right? Communication is key. People want to speak to you more. People are interested on, you know, what you got going on. So maybe you need to open yourself up a little bit more to love. All right? That's what the Venus energy is all about anyway. We've seen the eclipse in Libra and now in Taurus. Open yourself up to love. Open yourself up to feeling the emotions of others around you, as well as accepting the emotions of yourself. And if you have to go back into hermit mode and really tune into the energy of solitude, isolation, whatever you want to look at it as, meditation, you want to really search for some sort of truth within yourself, or, you know, whatever it is that you're working on here, whatever's going to make you feel happy, then I feel that that's what you need to do. All right. So, why are these people Knight of Swords around you? Why is that the energy? Knight of Swords. Like, why? Because they want you to chase money. They want you to chase money. I've seen the Six of Cups. Here's the Six of Pentacles again. They want you to chase money. I have Eight of Swords and Ace of Wands. All right. The people around you could probably feel that you are mentally entrapped due to this passionate project that you have that's leaving you in the energy of hermit mode. And people want you to chase money. But maybe for you, this is how you're chasing your money. You're trying to build something here. All right. There was a choice that was made, and you stood your ground on that. And you've came to a completion of a specific cycle pertaining to specifically Scorpio and Taurus's energy with the World card here. All right, with this eclipse that happened in the full moon in Taurus. All right. There was a completion there. Let's see. Clarify the World card. Yeah, people want you to chase balance in your life. Okay. They want you to be more on the practical side. The World card. King of Swords. I'm telling you. Whoever or whatever is on the opposing energy of this sun in Scorpio and that full moon in Taurus, I feel like you guys are mirroring each other. You both just want peace. Whatever the situation is. Look at that. Alright. So, this was the environment around you. You cutting things out because what you want is peace in your life. Right? And then here, we have a completion and the King of Swords. I mean, the Ten of Cups does speak about a completion to an emotional cycle. Alright, this could be pertaining to a romantic relationship. Alright, I don't know. But you are hermit mode. Boom. Alright. Let's get one on the hermit. You are hermit mode. You want a deeper connection than this. This for you, the Lover's energy, is twin flame. You want soulmate. That's what you want. Alright. And that could possibly be a Pisces for you. Pisces for me is the energy of who? Your higher self. And this is your challenge. For you to truly understand who you are, hermit mode. Here we have Pisces opposing its energy of Virgo. This could be a transit that's very significant for you as well. Alright? You don't want just regular love. The choices that you make over and over and over again and failing at. You want long-term love, soulmate love. Alright? Peace, happiness, joy, and contentment. That's what you want in your life. And until you get that, this is who you are. On either end of it. Queen, King of Swords. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's just what the energy is given. Insane. Alright. What were you fighting for in the past? What were you standing your ground on? Well, alright. Spirit said, nope. Let's try again. Seven of Wands. What were you standing your ground on in the past? It's crazy. The Star card energy. Something that you dreamed of, something that was a desire for you, something that you had hope and faith in. Death card. So now I'm seeing Taurus, Gemini, Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio twice, Pisces, Aquarius, Leo. Saturn's energy is here heavy, and then I also have Virgo and Cancer. With a splash of Aries here. I think the only card that I did not say, or the only zodiac sign I did not say, was Capricorn. That I don't see here. Capricorn rules over the 10th house. Alright. And I feel like, is that your failure? Alright. Your career? Because that's what I see you working on here. That's why I see you Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Cutting everybody and everybody else off to focus solely on career rather than relationship. That's the only energy I don't see here is Capricorn. The only one. Pluto, alright, is in Capricorn. Pluto rules over the energy of Scorpio. Pluto speaks of transformation when it comes to your career being in Capricorn. Alright. Your divine life purpose being in Capricorn. Rules over the energy of the 10th house. Speaks about your reputation. Okay. Yeah, so again, in the past, you were standing your ground on that star energy. Alright. You were meant to be in the spotlight for something. I'm seeing a stork on that card flying. Stork is the energy of birth, right? The creation to something new. Page of Pentacles. This is all about you gaining a new skill. I'm telling you. There it is. I was looking for Capricorn's energy. You are on a different path here. And you are so strong. You've possibly gone through so much. But what are you going to do? Alright. Give me one on the High Priestess with the challenge here. One on the High Priestess. The Devil. Capricorn's energy. Alright, so maybe Pisces in the 10th house could be significant. Pisces in the 10th house. Alright, and that's given Gemini's energy as a rising sign. Alright. It's funny because when we look at these two cards, it kind of speaks of having an attachment, a negative attachment. And this one is speaking about having a more pure attachment. Alright, this is toxic love, this is pure love. Alright, but this is basing the decisions on coming out of the transformation of Capricorn's energy, Pluto in Capricorn, and coming into Pluto in Aquarius. All right, this more innovative energy. Okay. So Pisces could be very significant. You know what it is that you have to do. All right. I'm seeing Jupiter in Pisces. I'm seeing, yeah, Jupiter in Pisces and Jupiter in Gemini. All right. It's giving heavy, heavy, heavy on the Taurus and Scorpio axis. Again, we had the South and North nodes there just last year. All right. So we still could be experiencing those changes as we just recently moved into the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra just back in July. We're only in August, October at this time. All right, so giving it a time for it to change. All right, giving time for things to change. And again, that Taurus and Scorpio axis has a lot to do with your finances opposing someone else's. Aries and Libra now speaks about self and relationship. All right. So if you think about Pluto being in its last degrees of Capricorn before heading into Aquarius, all right, back when the summer solstice happened in Cancer, all right, opposing the 4th and 10th houses, that could have been very significant for you, being in the energy of solitude, possibly at home, and then really focusing in on changing your career. It's kind of what I'm getting. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave the reading there. That's what I have for you. Talk to you soon.